Good morning, Team Network members. It's Monday, October 27th, the week of Halloween. Thank you for joining me here today, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Kurt. We have some special guests, a power couple of sorts that was in Team Network many years ago, and really kind of got their start in their fame and fortune in Team Network. And we've been able to hook up them via satellite today, and we do want to invite these two special guests. I think you're going to recognize them. Please cut to the satellite. Oh, lovely.
Stop.
Picky.
We've got to pull up just a little bit.
I think we're going to be fine.
Oh, Thurston, we're rolling. Oh, my goodness.
Well, hello there, Kurt Kowalski and all the members of Team Network. It's good to be here, isn't it, lovely?
It's so lovely to be with
Very
you.
special. Ah, yes, Mr. and Mrs. Howell. Welcome to Coffee with Kurt this morning. Thank you for joining us via satellite. We're so happy to have you. And some people do remember you in Team Network, but many may not know the story of Team Network and how it really made a difference in your life. Can you tell us just a little bit about that? Well, I do recall that I had come into a small amount of money. I think it was just $1 million.
Inheritance.
Yes, it was an inheritance.
Yes.
I was looking for some advice and who I should talk to about maybe some investing. And there was a splendid man in that first team we were in. It was a plumber of all things, but he was...
Plumber?
A plumber? He was a relative of the Rockefellers of all things.
Oh,
you remember J.D., don't
yes,
you,
of
lovely?
course, the Rockefellers. Lovely people. But she was such a simpleton. No sense of fashion whatsoever. Something like Mary Ann, that barnyard fashion.
Lovely. Now, many people know the story of the plumber and the Rockefellers, of course, but what many people don't know is that very same plumber of all things, we were looking for a place to go on vacation, if you recall. And
I do recall,
he
Thurston.
referred us to a travel agent about some cruise line.
Yes, we were looking for a tiny little cruise.
Yes, I believe it was only 3 hours, but we had our...
A 3-hour tour.
That's right, but all of a sudden we got out into the water and the weather started getting rough.
The tiny ship was tossed.
And we met this skipper and his buddy, and if it wasn't for the courage of this fearless crew,
the minnow would be
all
lost.
lost. We wouldn't be here speaking with you today.
Not at all.
I know that. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Howe, we all know the famous story of what happened to you folks in the little hiatus that you took for about 3 years. And we were so happy when we read in the papers that you had been rescued. But what we'd really like to hear from you today is maybe a few parting words, maybe a few words of encouragement, advice, based on your vast experience in the world of business and networking. What kind of advice would you leave for the Team Network members here today?
Oh, Thurston, you're so wise.
Well, I can't expect everybody to be filthy rich like us.
No, of course not.
Everyone can be the Howes, after all.
No.
What I did learn from the Team Network and being stranded on that dreadful island for so long is you're never alone, and you have people that you count on to help you through these difficult times.
Absolutely.
So I would recommend that even if you have a Team Network with, say, a Gilligan, for instance, on your
Gilligan?
team. Yes.
Oh, heavens.
Well, we certainly have a lot to be thankful for with Gilligan. Lovely.
We do.
So that would be my advice. Never give up and reach out to your fellow teammates whenever you can to help you survive through the difficult times. Lovely, what advice would you give?
That Kurt Kowalski, he's a darling fellow. I'd follow him to the ends of the earth.
Lovely, why would you say such a thing? He's a married man, for God's sake. Oh, Miss Howell. Well, Thank you again, Team Network members, for joining us in this very, very special episode of Coffee with Kurt. We'll see you next Monday morning. Tune in. We'll see you then.